You started your career as an accountant at Price Waterhouse, and as I understand it, you helped uncover at one point in your career $50 million in fraud. You got to tell us that story.
Yeah, so this is back in, gosh, I don't know, the early '80s, and $50 million is a lot of money, but it was a whole lot of money back then, and it was a front page Wall Street Journal article for years. And I was working on this ad agency, which I mentioned, J. Walter Thompson, and I stumbled upon something that just didn't make sense to me in terms of how the company was reconciling its books, and it had this manual reconciliation of one account to the next that went on for, gosh, it must have been like 25 or 30 manual pages and went on for years. It just kept adding and adding and adding to the point where no one had a clue as to what it was. And so people just kind of accepted, well, if it was good enough last year, it's pretty consistent with it. Just kind of keep the thing rolling. And I dug in and made it, because it was such a big number, my pursuit to try to figure out what exactly was this difference. And as it turned out, it was all fraudulent. They were covering up the fact that they weren't able to cover a certain advertising show. There was a show that they were producing that was being used on barter. And there was a long way of saying I dug in so much that the company wound up acknowledging and figuring out that it was fraud. And there was an SEC investigation, and people went to jail. And gosh, I was like 24 years old at the time, and I was scared out of my mind. But I realized that you got to trust your instincts, and you got to curiosity plays such an important role in leadership and in life, and trying to figure things out, and until you can, don't let it go. Be tenacious.